Hey fellow YouTubers, happy Thursday. Movie Moses here, aka Sailor Borsha, aka One Guy's Take on Movies. Uh, I just saw the first showing of Vin Diesel's new franchise starter, The Last Witch Hunter, and it's a pretty awesome movie. Um, okay, I may be exaggerating a little bit, but I've been looking forward to this movie for a long time, and from the moment he first announced he was gonna make it, and it is a franchise starter because he said the studio already signed on for the part two, and I can definitely see the appeal in it. If you're a fan of a fantasy genre, this is what Dungeons and Dragons should have looked like in 2000. To compare this movie to some other movies, just so you get a feel for what it is. It is basically like watching Highlander and Tuck Everlasting. And the trailers pretty much give the premise away. He's like this witch hunter and he has lost his family and he gets cursed with immortality. So we meet him in modern day, they stop he stopped killing witches and there's now a council and things happen and danger is brewing and Vin Diesel basically has to save the day, and Elijah Wood and Michael Caine all play equal. They're equal in the movie. This isn't a performance-heavy movie, but they definitely bring in their skills and talent into their roles. Vin Diesel definitely enjoyed playing his role. From little I know about him, he's a Dungeon and Dragons fan, and I don't know if he's a game master or a dungeon master, but I know he plays it, and the basis, and he basically based this movie on one of his game characters, and he really brings it in. There's a few plot twists. CGI was great. There are parts with where witches come in where you can see they added a little bit more, but they're a little heavy on the CGI in those parts. But it's basically to remind you that even though the premise is set in this world, it's a fantasy movie, and it's the world that we're seeing is not really our world, even though it is. The movie's fun. You will enjoy it. It's PG-13 rated, so anyone can see it. It's kind of on the scary side because there are some magic spells involved. There's some conjuring, and there are some really dark moments. It's an enjoyable movie. On a scale of 1 to 10, I give it a solid 8. Uh, F it. I'm giving it a 9. Okay, I'm giving it a 9. It's not a 10 because it was a little bit too long. I think it could have been a little bit shorter, but that's just me. I think some of the action dragged a little bit for me. They added a few parts that could have been left out, and so yeah, I'm sticking with 9. I really enjoyed this movie, and it's a lot of fun. And especially if you're a fantasy geek and you like Dungeons and Dragons or anything that is based off Dungeons and Dragons or similar to it, like World of Warcraft or even Legend of Zelda, or anything else that would fit into that genre. So if you're looking for a movie to go see this weekend, I definitely recommend The Last Witch Hunter. You will have fun. So yeah, go see the movie. Let me know what you think, and I'll see you next week. Have a great weekend. Peace out.